Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Ben Lüning, I'm the master taster, and this is Horst Lüning, my father. He's the senior taster of Whisky.com, and today we have something, quite magnificent here.
It's a Talisker, 30 years of age, and priced well above 1,000.
Yes.
So this is quite a rare piece of work. And the good thing is there are, nearly every year now, there's a new release of the Talisker, 30 years. And this is the release 2021. But the 2022 is already out on the market.
Yeah.
So you might be able to find it on the shelf of your local dealer. And if you're living in the Netherlands, probably you'll find it at Whisky.com. So
in our shop.
It's very internet shop, not local shop. And this bottle is open, I think.
I think we already opened it when we had our celebrations for 100,000 subscribers. Interesting is we got to put it at all the videos in the 2021, 2022. They are quite similar. They do differ a little bit in taste and also in ABV. This one is, I think, 48.5% ABV.
Yeah.
And I think the one after, that's just at 49 something ABV. So around 49, maybe one will come up to 50, maybe some will come down to 47, but around there.
We see the amount of bottles in the batch is 3,216. So it's not too many, but it's not too few. So there are some bottles available on the market, and Talisker is one of the island whiskies from the Isle of Skye. It's the oldest distillery from the Isle of Skye, and it's not located on the really west coast in the rough sea, but at the saltwater lock on the inside, where it's still the same the same air just 2 seconds after arriving the coast. So there's no difference in air, but there might be less spray at the warehouses and at the distillery itself.
Yes, the Talisker Beach. I've actually been to the Talisker Distillery, but not in the Talisker Distillery. It lies, as you said, next to the saltwater lock. But the Talisker Beach, also very beautiful place, is actually really rough west coast off to the Atlantic. But it's a very beautiful place and a nice sandy beach.
Yeah, and I had the chance to visit the distillery. I had been there in 2005 with a cruise ship. And we went off shore at Portree, the capital of the island of Skye, and from there we took a cab and drove to the distillery and had a wonderful tour over there. So the specialty is the form of the line arm. It just moves, the neck is going up, then it moves to the side and then falls down and goes straight out. So what moves over the top will go into the receiver. There is a chance to open a valve that you have reflux into the still, but I think the spiciness you find, the peppery spiciness you find in Talisker is due to this pot still character. You really find by this form of pot stills. Talisker has a little bit of smoke. Yep. So the older it becomes, the less smoke you find in it, because those smoky characters, those phenols, oxidize to more complex compounds, and the smoke, diminishes, is less. So definitely smoke in it, fruitiness in it. Yeah.
I do love the smell of it. You do have a kind of, strangely enough, it's a rough whiskey. It has a spiciness, it has a smokiness, but you feel the maturity and fruitiness and roundness, especially roundness, I would say. So the maturity just gives it a round touch, strangely combined with that spiciness.
Yeah, I needed quite a time. Now there's more to feel in it.
think you'll find new stuff even if you smell for it for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
This is just a...
Now I have some vanilla and some cask spiciness, light oakiness. Yeah.
For me, the fruitiness, strangely enough, it feels like a red berry fruitiness that's juicy. I would have expected more of a dried fruitiness, all of these associated old flavors with a lot of maturation, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Now I do have this red fruitiness, those berries combined with a light spiciness, increasing spiciness, little sweetness on the tongue, and then the aftertaste, more oakiness, dark chocolate, lingering on very long, a little bit moving over to dryness. Yeah, and this peppery, spicy note from Talisker. Yeah.
Ooh, strange what you have with the bitter sweetness. I do have a bit of bitterness, bitter sweetness in there. A lot heftier, a lot stronger than what I had in my nose. In my nose, I had these fruity notes, and you do have the spiciness in the flavor. You do have a bittersweet note to it, a good amount of maturity, a little bit of a dry, astringent note in there, definitely, especially when it comes to the aftertaste. But strangely enough, the fruitiness is not that strong. Like a bit of fruitiness in there, but not much. You can easily ignore it if you want to. So this is much heftier in the flavor than in the nose.
Some oiliness filling your mouth.
The oiliness is strange because when you take a sip, you have that oiliness, and then in the aftertaste, it goes more into a dryness.
Yeah.
So this is a...
Immediately you have a light sweetness from the berries, and this vanishes.
The smoke is very strange to me. What kind of smoke is that? This is not like typical sea smoke, or maybe is it, but it's strangely enough combined with that maturity. It feels like a damp smoke, but it feels like a bit of ash in there as well.
Yeah. So I'm happy they preserved enough casks. So there should be, when it's down to 48, they should have had 10, 15 sherry casks, cask over in the size of sherry casks, and even more in the size of smaller casks. If I look at the color, I do not believe that they have a big amount of sherry casks in it. So where does the berries come from?
Yeah, I think oxidization over 30 years can do anything.
Yeah.
The thing is, for me, is it? I didn't have any older Talisker yet. Is it true that they had a bit of a problem in the 90s or 80s? That
They really had problems with the stocks. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I read. And yes, so this is the oldest Talisker that is on the market.
Yeah.
Probably there's someone out there with one cask that is like probably before the closure and just waits for its turn. But currently, this is the oldest you can buy, and definitely buy from the distillery. So yeah.
And they had a very strict policy not to give out casks to independent bottlers.
Oh, okay, so
Very
there
strict
will
policy.
probably nobody with a cask out there. But I do like it. It's really strange to have a Talisker that is that old. I do like it. It's heftier than I expected.
So what did we have? 50 euros.
50 euros left in the glass, you mean? Probably.
So it's not that cheap, but I think it's worth the money if you're able to spend it. So there are lots of people out there. I calculated sometimes up to 50,000 worldwide, which I have millions to spend and are interested in whiskey, and this adds up to 50,000. So if you're getting your bottle every 5 years or so, or every 10 years, then the amount is just right for those people.
Yeah. So if you happen to have to be any of these people who just can't spend the money, like 1,200 euros easily on a Talisker, then be free to go to Whisky.com to the shop and have a look at the Talisker 30 years old. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.